My grandfather, an Army veteran, was very proud of me for the branch that I chose. And a lot of you probably don't know much about the Coast Guard. We're a very unique service. We are the oldest and premier maritime agency in the United States. It's probably my proudest day in the Coast Guard. It was back in 1999. I was on board the Coast Guard cutter Escanaba out of Boston, Massachusetts, a 270-foot cutter. We were on a Haitian migration operation, so that meant we were going down to try and stop immigrants, illegal immigrants, from coming to the United States. We had intel, so we went down and we searched. Finally, on the horizon, we saw them. As we were coming up, it was a very small vessel that was not very seaworthy, and they were stacked like rats. So we lowered our small boat, and I was a cutter swimmer. My job was, if something happened, to get in the water and bring them back. Well, on this day, everything seemed to be going great. We were handing over the life jackets, and then all of a sudden, a few too many came over to one side, and it capsized. There were 47 people in the water. I hear across the radio from the captain, you can deploy the swimmer, but untethered, which basically means you go out on your own. I noticed two little children, roughly 8 and 12 years old. So I hit the water, about 15, 20 yards, about from here to that first pillar. It didn't seem very far, but I'll tell you, that first swim took a long time. Grabbed a hold of both of them and thought I could do it. Well, the 12-year-old decided I couldn't. I had to push him off. I swam back as hard as I could. Lifted an 8-year-old like he was nothing into the boat, turned around and looked, and the 12-year-old was gone. I swam back as hard as I could, and I submerged myself, completely against the rules. Brought up this young man. Well, we pulled all the souls on board that day, didn't lose a single person. Can't say all my career's been that way, but that day it was. And as I got on board, this lady comes up to me crying with a rotten grapefruit. Speaking in Haitian, I didn't know a word she was saying. The interpreter interpreted it to me and said, "You saved my world. You saved my life. You saved my children," and handed me a rotten grapefruit. Well, I took that rotten grapefruit down to the mess deck where we had chow and everything else. I'm sitting there, reflecting, adrenaline still running. The captain walks down, grumbling because I had done something wrong. He goes, "Son, you will never submerge yourself again unless I tell you to." "Aye, Captain." And then he leans over my ear and he whispers, "Great job. You'll never forget this." And he's right. And none of the veterans out here will ever forget anything that they've done, or the people that they've lost, or the people that they've shared lives with.